In the community through Christ. We are Shout 94.7.
Good morning, Facebook, YouTube.
Good morning, guys. Good morning.
Health is life. Your health matters. You matter. Health begins in the spirit and the mind.
Remember, guys, like, subscribe, share to our YouTube channel and our Get Fit with Jackie Fitness page.
Yeah, let's go.
It's going to be a great interview, guys, talking about senior primary care, CenterWell. A lot of us are in that age or heading to that age, and so we may want to know this may be a great place for you to get health care services. So listen in as we talk to one of the community managers, Raiden Graham. She will be calling in, our special guest. So you have any questions, put it in the chat, and we will get that to her. Good morning, CSRA. This is Jackie.
And Coach Patrick.
And you're listening to Help Matters here on WAAW Shout 94.7 FM, the voice of the gospel truth.
This is the day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it.
Yes. I'm having a little sound difficult. Can't hear myself. But yes. But guys, I hope you guys enjoying that rain out there. And that's we're having, because it's much needed, guys. At least we don't have the thunder or anything that is in it. So we're glad to be getting that rain out there, because we need it. Our grass was so dry out there, and so we just decided, hey, we're gonna pray this thing in, and we did. So
for
yes.
some reason those mics ain't working.
Yes. So yes, go ahead. Yes.
Welcome to Help Matters. We're going to work through this mic thing real quick. I don't know what's going on.
Just go ahead.
Let's turn it on this way. How'd that sound? Say something.
Yes.
Say something.
Yes, just go ahead, Coach.
All right, guys. So welcome to Help Matters with Jack and Coach Patrick. We'll continue to try to work through these technical difficulties with the mics that we're having. Listen, guys, we're going to be talking to Miss Raiden Graham on this morning. She'll be calling in from CenterWell Senior Primary Care. Looking forward to that awesome conversation with her on this morning. Gonna go ahead and acknowledge our sponsors, our partners and friend, Aiken Chiropractic, Dr. Dan. When your spine is aligned, your body is too. Aiken Chiropractic is located at 425 Lawrence Street Northwest, right here in Aiken, South Carolina, at 803-641-9191. And their website is www.aikenchiropractic.com. CenterWell Senior Primary Care. We're helping seniors live healthier and happier lives. Their address is 3435 Wrightsboro Road in Augusta, Georgia. And their number is 706-841-9719. Their website is www.centerwell.com. And then Graham's Vehicle Detailing, affordable mobile detailing with professional results. Their number is 706-830-4982. www.grahamsgvd.com is their website. If you would like to be a sponsor, a partner, or a friend of the broadcast, you can call 706-592-8862. Listen, guys, we're going to take a quick needed break right here and try to get our mics going the way they need to go. So you guys enjoy this music break right now.
I don't know. I didn't touch anything.
I know.
Just moved.
But you can't move. The only mic that's working is this one right here. So I don't know what's going on.
I don't want to touch anything.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
You just do most of the talking. That's why I say keep going. You can't try to fix it like that. That's why you just adjust, keep moving. Because we live. Hey, guys.
Hey guys, we're trying to find out what's going on in the studio, so y'all bear with us for a minute, okay? Just bear with us for a minute.
Touch anything.
And we're going to see if we can get this sound going in the studio, going out on the radio. All All right, so y'all just bear with us for a minute.
rain, but we don't need the thunder and the lightning with it. So God sent us a much needed rain.
All right.
Because it was dry, and it was, having, brush fire. Some places out there still having brush fire, but we just thank God for this rain this morning. And that's one thing I'm grateful for this morning.
All right, guys. So I'm grateful for getting these mics working. Thank you for being patient with us
Yes,
and
yes,
just
yes.
hanging in there. Just know that when you go live, you have technical difficulties. And we
Yes,
had
yes.
some this morning, but we worked through them. We did
Yes,
okay.
yes.
All right,
yes.
guys. I just want to remind everybody about this is May, a brand new month, Jackie. Happy
Yes.
birthdays to everybody that's celebrating a birthday on the month of May. Our God baby Noah, he'll be celebrating his birthday.
Our grandson.
Grandson, I'm sorry, what I'm talking
Noah.
about. I know it was one of them G's, but our grandson Noah be celebrating his birthday, his third birthday this month.
Yes, and also we have Alethea Hudson be celebrating her birthday the end of the month.
Happy birthday!
Brother Warren from church,
Yeah.
our maintenance director,
Happy
he will be
birthday, bro.
celebrating his birthday. And we
Kebron.
also have a Kebron
Yeah.
Mitchell and Michael Mitchell will be celebrating. I think their birthday
The
this
same
month. I think it's this month.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
I think it's both of their birthdays this month. I'm not for sure, but I know happy birthday to you guys. And we also have an anniversary. Have Marcus and Rhonda McDaniel celebrating their first anniversary. Happy anniversary
Happy
to you
anniversary.
guys. Yes,
Awesome.
yes. Happy anniversary to you. And guys, like I said, that's one of the things we always, want to start our day off with something being grateful for. And so that was one thing I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for the rain this morning.
That's
I'm
it,
grateful
I'm
for the
telling
rain. So we have a call on the air. So call on.
Not right now. That's
Miss
Miss
Oh,
Raven
okay.
Graham. We'll be interviewing her on this morning, but we want to make sure we get through the preliminaries real quick.
Okay.
I know we had some problems on this morning, so we'll get started here in a minute with our interview. But we said happy anniversary, happy birthday to everybody
Yes.
for the month of May. Make sure you celebrate yourself, enjoy your month. It is your month. Want to remind the Georgia voters that early voting has begun. April 27th it started. That was Monday, all the way through May 15th. Make sure you get out and vote. Listen, do your homework. Just don't go to the polls and vote for a familiar name or whatever strikes you to vote for. Do your homework. See what the candidates are offering. See what the candidates' agenda is. See what the candidates' plan is for the county, for the city, for the state, or whatever level in which they are running for. If you don't make it out to the early voting, the regular primary voting is going to be May 19th. May 19th, that'll be on a Tuesday. All right, so make sure you prepare yourself to vote. Wanted to remind all the men of the CSRA, I want you to join me for the Ministry of Wellness that's happening on June the 6th. June the 6th at the Kroc Center at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Listen, this year's event is going to be held at the Kroc Center of Augusta like last year's was. This year's theme is Living Well, a Man's Perspective. Looking forward to it. Me and my special guest will be there for an inspiring conversation on living a healthier lifestyle and just to hear the testimonies and triumphs of the men and how they faced and overcome their health challenges and continue to move forward and living a healthier and stronger life. We're going to give away a lot of door prizes, and there'll be light refreshments, so we want you to come on out. Registration is open to adult men and young men aged 16 to 18, so all adult men and young men aged 16 to 18 are welcome to register. The event is free. It's free, but registration is required. You can register at MOW2026.eventbrite.com. Again, that website is MOW2026.eventbrite.com. If you need more information, you can always call us at 706-592-8862. We'd love for you to join us. Jackie, we've been talking about aging. And we last week I think we talked about aging, active aging, and the process of aging, and how it varies from person to person. But I think we understand that we all naturally lose some of the functionality that we had as youth as we age, and that's just an important thing to know. Loss of physical abilities associated with age is really related to how one's life has been conducted. So this morning we got CenterWell. That we're going to be interviewing Miss Raven Graham, community engagement professional for them, and their primary focus is on senior care. So we're gonna bring Raven on, and we're gonna start that interview.
Yes, and guys, I mean, it's a great facility. I have the pleasure of, going over there once a month and conducting exercise wellness classes over there for the seniors, and I totally enjoy, and I love the facility because it accommodates seniors. It has seniors in mind, and that's the great thing about it. About the senior web, but Raven gonna get more into it and dive into it a little bit more. So without further ado, we're gonna introduce you to the Senior Primary Care Community Engagement Manager Professional, Raven Graham. Hi, Raven.
Good morning.
Great morning, great morning. How are you doing?
Good. I'm so thankful to be up this morning, be with you all, and to be able to get the word out in regards to CenterWell, to see, what I could do to let people know or have any kind of impact on their healthcare needs.
That's awesome, Raven. I tell you, we had some technical difficulties this morning, but we worked through them, and you were supposed to be in the studio with us this morning, and you had some technical difficulties. And listen, that's life. We have to work through that stuff, but guess what? We're still going to have an awesome interview. I know you got some great information to get out to the community, so we're going to jump right into that. If you could just let the CSRA know who you are and who CenterWell is, and we'll start from there.
Well, my name is Raven Graham. I am the community engagement professional for our West Augusta location. We're located right across the street from the Augusta Mall. If you are from Augusta, it's the stop at Chuck E. Cheese. It's been right there for a long time. A lot of things changed over there, but that Chuck E. Cheese is still there, and we are right over there beside it. And we're a primary care focus for our seniors, or more so individuals that have their red, white, and blue card. So as long as they have a Medicare card, then they're able to come to our facility and see our providers. And we have 2 amazing providers at our location. We are already in the works of having another one that is going to start on the 27th of this month. So super excited for that. So we are just very unique in the sense of providing our patients with just quality health care, and we also just have a unique factor where we have an activity center where we can kind of dive into more emotional and social aspects for our seniors to kind of get them out of the house. Sometimes they like to just be at the house watching TV, and just getting them out to be able to socialize with other like-minded seniors, or they may have some things going on with their health that's alike, and it's just a really great place to have that safe place. And the primary care part, just even if they're just sitting in the waiting room, I see them having conversations because we're all in this together. From them coming to the activity center, and we kind of talking and being together there.
And one thing I like about it, Raven over there, I like the doc talks. They get to engage and talk with the doctor, and for them to answer their questions, because, and sometimes we can go to our doctors and we want to ask all the questions, and especially as seniors, you want to talk to the doctors and have one-on-ones with them. And I like it that CenterWell take it once a month and do doc talk. So let's talk about doc talk.
Yeah, so Doc Talk, you're right, Ms. Jackie, it's a really, really good place for a senior or a person to come to our Doc Talk event, and that's when our 2 providers, we have a topic that we'll speak about. And then it's also a good time for a person who maybe has questions. I always let them know that if you have a question, you have that one-on-one time to ask them after whatever their presentation is going to be on. So, you know, you can kind of better get to know the providers, ask them questions about maybe things you have going on with your health, maybe some things that you know, want to know about the provider and their profession. So the Doc Talk really is a good avenue for a person to get some education on some health, on whatever health topic that we're speaking about, and also for them to be able to personalize their experience with talking to the doctor or talking to the nurse practitioner one-on-one to be able to, you know, get those lingering questions answered. So it's a really, really great, you know, activity that we do that we can really get our people engaged.
That's what I like. I really like the personalization, you know, where the doctors sit down outside of an appointment, you know, and talk to the people. You know, that's an opportunity to really get to know them, get to know who they are. You know, why is it so important, though, Raven, for seniors to have a primary care provider that just truly focuses on their whole health,
Yeah, so it's extremely important. I mean, as we get older, we spoke about aging. You know, as we're aging, as we're getting older, our bodies are changing, our minds are changing. So to have a primary care doctor that focuses on that holistically, that focuses on that individual as a whole, it is so important. I could go on and on about it, of the importance of it. But the main thing is just knowing that we're your primary care. So we're gonna, anything, and I've been really intentional about having our seniors write things down. You know, if you are feeling something and your body is saying something, write it down so that you can exhaust all of your time in your appointment. Our appointments are about 45 minutes per person, so they really take their time to be able to talk about whatever concerns that you have. And with us being your primary care, we will also be able to coordinate any kind of specialty care that you need. And just having a doctor or a provider that, our providers are awesome, y'all. I mean, they really care. They really have a strong passion for what they do, and that alone makes a difference as well. The fact that they will listen to everything that, you know, what your concerns are, and, you know, they will really just look at everything as a whole, any concerns that you have. So I just feel like having a provider that is in your corner, that really takes the time to make sure that you get anything that you need, you know, any kind of specialist that you need, and really look at everything, that makes a difference. So many times I hear people talk and they're like, they don't feel like they're heard, or they don't feel like certain things are being looked into. And I always assure them that we will look at everything, you know, to make sure that it's nothing that we need to follow up on, or if we need to structure anything for you to have something further looked into. So it's so important, y'all. You know, just a primary pension. We can think about our doctors. You know, when we have a primary care, our primary care kind of knows everything about us, and having that kind of relationship, one, and then knowing that they care about you wholeheartedly, it makes a difference.
It really does, and I like how you say that partnership, you know, and knowing, you know, knowing your patients, and your patient, they trust you, and they're coming in there and they're trusting you with their health and well-being, and I can attest to that because I met the doctors. So, and they're very hands-on, they're very approachable, and they care, and I have experienced that. So, and I want you guys to know that. So if you guys out there, you're listening in the CSRA in the Augusta area, you can call in. You have any question for Raven Graham, the number is 803-226-0041, 041. You can call that number 083-226-0041 if you have any questions for Raven. And like I said, I love the long appointments. They don't rush you out. They listen. You sit there because you know, in normal, you go to the doctor, you kind of rushed out
they get you
there,
in,
and
they
you're
get
like,
you out.
man, and you get halfway out the door, and you're like, man, I should have asked this question on here.
Thing as well, Ms. Jackie, is the fact that we are a value-based provider office. So that kind of goes into what you were speaking about. Most doctor's offices are fee-for-service. And, you know, if you ever go to a doctor's appointment and you're like, dang, I've been here about 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm already out the door. Most of those providers, you know, not all, but, you know, they are fee-for-service, and their providers are incentivized on how many patients they see. At CenterWell, our providers are incentivized on making sure that our patients stay healthy. So that's what makes us that value-based provider office that our seniors need, our people need. And so with that being said, because I've never worked in a doctor's office, but it has been so amazing, because once you are an established patient with us being value-based, if a patient of ours is admitted into the hospital, you know, not trying to claim anything like that, but if it happens, we are notified, because we partner with all the major hospitals in the area. So that's WellStar Doctors, WellStar Doctors, Piedmont. You know, so we get notified when a person is admitted into the hospital. Once they're discharged, they have 5 to 7 days to come into our office. And y'all, I mean, I get so personal with these patients to the point where sometimes they don't have families. You know, I've been to the hospitals. You know, if I know that they don't have families, I'll go check on them. You know, just to make sure they're okay, because I can just only imagine. And then I love the fact that we are very adamant about them coming in, so we can further get some insight on what's going on to try to prevent them back in the hospital.
That's awesome. Go ahead, Coach.
That is awesome. And I hear the passion in your voice, you know, and that's what makes the difference, you know, the true passion, the true empathy that you have for people. Now, we know that there are many challenges for seniors. One of the challenges could be transportation. So how does CenterWell help make that need more accessible for seniors?
So with our transportation, we offer transportation for our seniors. We can do it one or two ways. We can coordinate it with you through your insurance, because if your insurance has transportation benefits, we can do it that way. Or we have our lovely front desk that are amazing. They will schedule the transportation for you. They'll call you before your appointment. They will help schedule that ride to pick you up from your home. Once your appointment is finished, we will schedule to have a ride come pick you up. So we will coordinate that transportation for you. We understand how big of a need it is. Some people just, you know, they don't need to drive. They can't drive any longer. And we understand that that's not going to stop us from getting you to the doctor. And Coach, yeah, I'm very passionate about this. I love having this avenue for our people, for our seniors, and just having all these options. Speaking of like transportation, we're going to get you there. If you need to get there, we will make a way to get you there. I am in the works of working with a transportation company for our wheelchair bound, just in case, you know, because I know they need a little bit more accessibility. So I am trying to get with the transit or some type of transportation business to see if we can coordinate, so, you know, no one feels as though, you know, they can't because of whatever accessibility they are right now with their, you know, with their health.
Yes, and I also have someone talking about it. Miss Linda Green Roberts is on Facebook this morning, and she says CenterWell Senior Primary Care is a great place for seniors with a wonderful team at Augusta West, and she is absolutely right. She's absolutely right. Like I say, I spend once a month. It's hard for me to leave when I go over there, because I have gotten to know a lot of them. A few of them was in my Silver Sneakers program at the Augusta South Y when I was over there, and so they recognized me. But they are an awesome group of people, and they make it hard for you to leave because yes.
like a family. I mean, from our front desk, we will start calling you by your name. You come in, it's a very atmosphere. And I just give a huge shout out to my team. They help make that happen. Our medical assistants, our providers. It's just a beautiful feeling to be with such a great team of people. It makes a difference. And it makes a difference when you go into your doctor's appointment. It makes you feel good about going to your doctor's appointment. Knowing that you're going and they're going to look into your concerns and they're going to do it in a good spirit.
That's good.
Awesome. So yeah, we're going to take a soft break right here, Raven. Just hold on, and we're going to come right back with you. Okay. All right. So we want to acknowledge our sponsors that help us bring this broadcast to you every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Aiken Chiropractic, Dr. Dan. When your spine is aligned, your body is too. Aiken Chiropractic is located at 425 Lawrence Street Northwest, right here in Aiken, South Carolina. Their number is 803-641-9191. Their website is www.aikenchiropractic.com. CenterWell Senior Primary Care, they're helping seniors live healthier and happier lives. They're located at 3435 Wrightsboro Road in Augusta, Georgia. Their number is 706-841-9719. Their website is www.centerwell.com. And Graham's Vehicle Detailing, affordable mobile detailing with professional results every time. Their number is 706-830-4982. Their website is www.grahamsgvd.com. I tell you, Grams will have your vehicle looking like showroom ready every time.
So summertime is coming up, guys. Go ahead and get those cars detailed and clean. Guys, welcome back to Health Matters. We've been talking to Raven Graham, Community Engagement Professional, CenterWell Senior Primary Care over on Augusta West, guys, and she's talking about senior care, and we just kind of left off talking about just the caring of seniors, because nobody don't want to go to the doctor.
Right.
Let's be real, nobody don't want to go to the doctor, but if I can go to the doctor and feel connected with my doctor, I can have a conversation from the front desk experience all the way through my doctor and coming out, and if I can have that, and I'm still having everyday connection with my doctor and the people, and come together as a community. I used to call myself a sneaker a community.
Yeah.
And forming that community and creating different advocates within that community,
Right.
because seniors like to still stay busy.
Right.
They still existing.
That connection.
That connection.
They
So,
want that. Yeah.
yes, and I love how Raven just kind of have those out there, and she's in there, and they catering to her needs as well. So she's there for them, but they also saying, okay, what is it that you need? So she have those ones that she have delegated as advocates. So
Right.
let's talk about that, Raven, for a second.
Okay. In regards to how me and
Yeah.
what I do.
Yes, how you form that community in there with the
connection
ladies,
with the
and
group, yeah.
how they're advocate. They even take care of you as you take care of them. Yeah.
Yes, okay, yeah. We have some really great patients. We have some really great ladies that, they really show up and show out in a way that it's such a blessing to have them with me, to be able to help me through this, because we are a community. We all are in this together, and they show that all the time at our events that we have in our activity center, and even just out in the community. They're out getting the word out. Just yesterday, a lady was like, she seen a lady at Roses and was like, "Are you coming to the event?" And I'm like, I love that y'all talking about CenterWell at Roses. I mean, get them over here, like to our events and things like that, or to schedule an appointment. So I'm a very, very strong believer of, you take care of me, I take care of you. And our ladies they very much so take care of me, as far as, just helping me out. It's just as simple as that. Doing it with a smile. Doing it, you can tell that they have enjoyment in helping me make it happen for them. You know, I always say, of course, the primary care side is priority, and then when we go into the activity center, I have my ambassadors, and they are amazing. You know, we talk about things together, and I listen. Anything that they bring to my attention that they want to do, or they feel like will be, you know, a good avenue of education for our seniors, they let me know. And one thing about me, I will make it happen. They wanted to talk about fraud and scams, so like we had First Citizens Bank come in last month and talk about fraud talk. We had the Richmond County Sheriff Department come in and talk about senior safety and scams. So they really helped me out as far as just trying to get the word out, making sure that, you know, these topics are something that is important to them, so I know it'll be important to others. And they're just amazing. I'm just so thankful to have such a strong team behind me to be able to help me bring all this to reality for them. Have that social setting and really that safe place. Like, I feel like, you know, when you come to our activities and things like that, everybody's welcoming, everybody's speaking to each other, they're giving each other a hug, they're leaving, going to go get some lunch or something afterwards, and, you know, they're finding churches. They're like, oh, what church you go to? You know, so it's a safe place that we want to make sure it's always enjoyable, and the ladies and our patients and our gentlemen, our ladies and gentlemen, because I got ladies and gentlemen and the gentlemen as my ambassadors, and they are just amazing. We really help each other and lean on each other all the time.
You know, that's a good thing, and it's so important to understand, you know, what you're saying here and the community that you're building here, because healthy aging is more than, you know, than the absence of disease and disability. You know, as we age, maintaining our cognitive functioning is so important, and that happens when, you know, you bring all these different people in to speak to them, and you do things outside of just, you know, the bodily health, but things that affect their mental conditioning. You know, this month is mental health month, and a lot of those things help their mental conditioning. So what are some common concerns seniors have, and how do you help them address those?
The biggest concern, among some others, but the biggest is the communication. Our people want to be heard. When we're talking about our health, this isn't a play thing. So they want to be heard. They want to feel the connection from their provider, that they are hearing them and what they're telling them. You know, I know that there are some cognitive, you know, health with the minds and things like that, but the communication is the biggest thing, making sure that our providers stay on top of things. We have a portal that, you know, quarterly I go over the portal so that they can stay in communication with our providers. They can ask them questions, send them messages. So communication is the biggest thing, knowing that you're going to be heard at CenterWell with any concerns that you have in regards to your health. When it comes to like your appointments and like medication, so making sure that, you know, when it comes to your medication, people will call you, you know, about your medications or about your labs and things like that. It kind of goes back into communication, but that's something that our patients speak highly on, because our providers, they will give you, they will call you and give you your results, give you feedback that you need, and you don't have to wait until like your next appointment. Providers' offices, you won't really know the next appointment for them to explain it. You probably can look at it or things like that, but the explaining part, you probably won't get that as quickly as you would at CenterWell, because Dr. Lisa was there till about 7 o'clock last night, making phone calls, you know, like, and I just love that for our patients, making sure that you get that. And the transparency, you know, a lot of things, they hear a lot of things, and they're going to be very transparent and just, you know, in a way that you can understand and that you are, you know, comfortable with. And, you know, also our access of records. The fact that our providers, they have access to Piedmont, their records, Wellstar, doctors, hospitals. If you go to any of those places for specialty or get in the hospital, they can pull that up and they can see what was going on. You know, so that everything together to make sure that we give you the quality of care that you need, that we are looking at everything holistically. So that's a really, really important aspect. And then also, our providers are, they're fairly young in a sense of they're very tech savvy. So, they can help you with things, on your phones and things like that they feel like you should know. So I feel like all those are really important factors.
Yes, this is a well-rounded program, which lead me to say CenterWell. CenterWell is about the well-rounded person, and that's I heard Jacoby talk about that before when we was at a network event. That CenterWell, and so it says a whole lot about the whole you.
It does. It really
Yes.
does. So what type of activities or programs do you offer to keep the seniors engaged, educated and active?
So we have a lot of, like Miss Jackie, she comes in and she comes and do fitness instructor. She's our fitness instructor that helps us stay active as far as their health and staying fit. That's been really, really important. I actually just added that I'm going to start doing every last Monday of the month. It's called Stepping into Wellness. And so we're going to, step it
Stepping
out.
into wellness.
If you're familiar with our location, there's a long breezeway right in front of our location. So we're going to be walking it out, doing that. And as far as the activities, oh my gosh, we have so many great educationals this month. I know we're going to have the Augusta Fire Department there to talk about fire safety. We had it was called Blessings and Breakfast, where I catered some breakfast from Sunrise Grill, and we had a pastor come in and I let him know whatever's in your spirit you want to speak about. I had the Bibles ready for everybody. So that was a really, really amazing activity that we did. One time we did a manicure and mimosas. Shout out to our hospice that helped bring that together. Love our partners. They really come in and they really make it such a great experience. So we had a manicure and mimosas, and y'all, like, with the manicure, and it wasn't real mimosas, y'all. It was just ginger ale. But when I was out in the community advocating and letting people know about this event, I found myself looking at people's nails, seniors' nails, and their nails are not done. And it feels good to just come in, and we had our volunteers there. We painted their nails, to make them just feel better.
That's good. Go ahead, Robin. Yeah, you're kind of fading out a little bit. Go ahead and say that last part again.
Can you hear me better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. So yeah, I was just saying, we had that activity. We have a lot. We have bingo. People love bingo, so I love bingo. To be honest, I try to make bingo fun. We do that, and we just have a lot of just great activities. We have a lady who's going to come in and show us crocheting this month. That's going to be on our craft day. Just trying to do things to keep mind active, to keep their mind going. And yeah, we just have so many amazing just activities that we do. And if they bring it to my attention, if any of our patients bring it to our attention, like karaoke was one. One of my ambassadors wanted to do a karaoke. So you know what I did? I put karaoke. We did karaoke. We had such a good time. Just to kind of make it a fun environment. And, yeah, we just have so many great things going on.
That's awesome. That's what it's all about. You said stepping into wellness. That was one of Jackie's themes for women on the wellness.
But I used
conferences.
the N in the number 2.
Yeah, stepping into wellness. That was a good one. So as far as locations, Raven, now how do you guys cover the CSRA, specifically the South Carolina, Georgia area here?
Yeah, so we have our location that is in West Augusta, and we also have our location that's in North Augusta. And the North Augusta location is in the Hamrick parking lot area. So as far as location, y'all, we have patients that travel from all over. there's one patient, I think they traveled from Louisville, Sandersville, and it really just highlights when it comes to getting the quality of care, people will travel. I know that's kind of far, but it makes a difference when you're going somewhere that you know they're going to take care of you. They're going to, make sure that your health is looked into and taken care of, anything that you're feeling. So we cover all of the Augusta area, Richmond County, Columbia County. We've gotten into Lincolnton. There's probably no, because I was thinking some places may be too far, but this position has made me a believer. I mean, it's not too far for some if they're able to drive. As far as transportation, we do only do 15 miles for the transportation. So if they are too far, they would have to have their form of transportation to get to us. But we are all over from downtown area to in South Carolina, the North Augusta area, Aiken, South Carolina area, all the way in Hepzibah area. I mean, it's, all the areas in Augusta. I'm from Augusta, born and raised, so they're familiar. So we are, pretty much everywhere in the Augusta area and South Carolina area, when it comes to South Carolina, maybe I think Aiken is about the furthest that I've heard that someone has traveled, but you just never know. So if you have Medicare and you're willing to travel, or we're able to pick you up within that radius, then the sky's the limit.
That's awesome, and I like how you said quality.
That's what
Quality
it's
care.
about.
Quality care. And people, you put, like I said last week on the broadcast, your health is non-negotiable. And if I can get quality care, I'm going to travel to get quality care, because that's very important. And you pretty much answer all the things that, like how y'all involved in the community. You already kind of answered that. So unless Coach have something else, this has been great.
Yeah, it's been very good.
Very informative. We continue to push, that this information out. We continue to put it out, on our platform, as well as, on WAW Shout 94.7 here.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I see it continue to growing, expanding. I think it's one in Savannah now. They opening one in Savannah, if that's correct.
Can't forget about Savannah. Yeah, we're in Savannah. We're in the Savannah area. That's a really big location as well. And so they've been there for a little bit now, but we do have a location in Savannah. We do have some locations in the Atlanta area. So that's pretty much where we are, like in Georgia.
That's good. I tell you, this has been some great information. Raven, we're going to try to hold you here for about another 3 minutes at least, but I want the CSRA to know how they can get in contact with you. If you have any questions, if you're listening right now, you have any questions for CenterWell, Ms. Raven, you can call right now at 803 226 0041. 803-226 0041. Now, don't wait till 8:55 to call in.
I
If
know.
you got some questions, go ahead and call in now, because we're going to be getting off the air here real soon. Raven, go ahead and make any final comments and things that you want to make. And like I say, make sure you share your contact information.
Absolutely. So my cell phone number, and just to kind of speak on the cell phone, I love to be able to have that avenue for our patients to know that you have my cell phone number. If you need me, I'm there. You don't have to go through any customer service or anything like that. You call my cell phone and I can direct you to what you need. If you're a current patient and you need I get it sometimes like same day appointments, because your body's telling you something and you need to come in. Then you give me a call. I will give you the information you need to see about getting that scheduled with our front desk. And also, they just call me for all type of things. So I feel like that's a really, really big plus to know that you can call someone, and you can call me at 706-421-4057. That's 706-421-4057. That is my cell phone number. And it's just such an honor to be able to grow with CenterWell. With us being, fairly new to the CSRA, we are getting our name out there. A lot of people haven't even come in to do a tour. If you just want to come in and get a tour of our facility and meet our staff, you can call me at that number as well, and we can do a tour, and then we can kind of just take it from there if you want to take, that path. And, it's just, I'm just very, very grateful to be able to kind of shift what I was doing prior. I was an insurance broker, and now I am working with CenterWell, making sure that our seniors are getting to their appointment. So it's just a really, really great feeling to be able to be that, be that place for our people to be able to go to make sure that their wellness and their health and their mind, is staying sharp and staying strong and being recognized.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And like I said, I can attest to that, because I have experienced it. So, a great team, great place to, if you want to be a part of CenterWell. She put her number out there. We will put that number out there on our web page, as well as our Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We will put that information out there if you think that this place would be a good fit for you. We will get that information and number out to you. But like I said, we have about 2 more minutes. You can call in. That number is 803-226-0041 if you have any question for Raven before she's gone. So guys, this has been a wrap here for this morning. We've been talking to, like I said, CenterWell Primary Care Raven Graham.
Yes. She is the community
Engagement professional.
Right?
And
And she's engaged in the community. She does an awesome
well.
job. And her and Jacoby
Jacoby,
Jacoby, what's his last name?
Carpenter,
yeah, Jacoby Carpenter. They're doing some outstanding things over there for CenterWell, getting them put on the map. So we just looking forward to continue to network with you guys and do some bigger and better things with you. So Raven, we just want to tell you to continue to do, what you do. Tell Jacoby we said hello, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right, I will. Thank you all for having me.
All right. Glad to have you. All right. Have a blessed day and stay dry.
Thank you. You too. Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you later.
All right.
All righty, guys.
So that
guys,
was good.
That was good.
And healthcare is changing,
It's shifted. It has shifted
right.
and shifting, and
Mhm.
so that's something we got to think about. That's
That's
something, you want to make sure, we having changes going on at Fort Gord and Eisenhower.
Yeah. That's going to impact
That's
the
going to
area
impact the
tremendously.
area tremendously.
Yes,
So.
it is.
This is supposed to take place around 1 September unless they step in and change something else. So, but as of now, they're, networking everybody out. They trying to make it just a clinic,
Right.
just for
Yeah.
one day, same
Outpatient-
appointment,
outpatient
outpatient
care.
care.
Mhm.
That's it. And so,
It's
for
gonna
his
affect
pharmacy,
it.
but for any other critical care in stay, that would be eliminated.
Outside.
All residents is gone. They're getting rid of the residents
Yeah.
program as
It's
well.
going to impact the area. most
So
definitely.
until that's what in place now, unless something happened, prior before September 1st, there's a lot of changes taking place at the Eisenhower Hospital on Fort Gordon.
Most definitely. Just want to remind the men again of the CSRA to join me on June 6th at the Kroc Center of Augusta, June 6th at 10 a.m. for Ministry, MEN, Ministry of Wellness 2026. Listen, this year's theme is Living Well, A Man's Perspective. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. Me and my special guest, we're going to be having some inspiring conversations with you on living a healthier lifestyle, and just to hear the testimonies and triumphs of the men and how they faced and overcame their health challenges. Listen, we're going to feed you. So we'll give you some light refreshments because we want you to be there. 10 a.m. Kroc Center, June 6th. We're going to have some great giveaways, door prizes, so make sure you're there. Registration is open to adults and young men aged 16 to 18. Listen, the event is free. free of charge. No cost to you, but registration is required because space is limited. And you can go to MOW2026.eventbrite.com to register. If you need more information, you can call 706-592-8862. Listen, we want you to stay tuned for the Concerned Minister Fellowships coming up right after us at 9 a.m. Pastor Bush, and then 10 a.m. is Saturdays with Sean. She's coming up. And at 12 p.m., Midday Motivations with Alicia G. And then at 9 p.m., you got the New Artist Profile with Tony D. We got some great weekly programs that comes at you Monday through Friday of the week. 6 a.m., Judah the Hebrew starts us off with prayer. 8 a.m., Sean, the Praise and Purpose. 10 a.m., Pastor Smiles with Morning Praise. 12 p.m., Mary Harris with the Afternoon Praise Cafe. And then 3 p.m., Minister Arlene Edwards is talking it up. And then on Tuesdays at 11 a.m., you got Reginald Forrest with Education Matters. Thursdays at 11 a.m., you got Pastor O'Neill and Reverend Takia with Transforming Lives.
And guys, we'd like to thank you for listening to Help Matters here on Shout 94.7 FM. Remember, we are here to help you to become a better you, to be the best you that you can be. We'd like to leave you with 3 John 2. Beloved, I wish above all things that you may prosper and be in good health, even as your soul prosper. Guys, remember, always sow and show an act of kindness to someone, because you never know when that act of kindness may be extended back to you. Remember, here at Help Matters, you matter and your help matters. We love you guys, and happy Mother's Day.
That's right, Mother's Day next weekend.
Sunday to all the
Make sure
beautiful,
you celebrate.
beautiful mothers. Celebrate yourself, pour into yourself, and celebrate others. All right, we love you guys.
Yeah, Mother's Day is coming up.
Yes,
so.
it is. Pour into other women that is pouring into your lives,
That's
the
right.
mothers in your life. If your mother's not here, celebrate her
Celebrate.
and everything that she have done in your life. So guys, listen. It's our time to get up out of here, and remember, Ministry of Wellness, June 6th.
Yep, gotta
at
be
the
there.
Crotch Center. You got to be there, guys. This is from a man's perspective, guys. A safe space to share and talk about men and their health and well-being. All right, guys, we are out of here. Love you guys. Enjoy your day. Stay nice and dry. Enjoy this rain and be blessed.
Health begins in the spirit and the mind.
Bye-bye, Facebook, YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us on this morning. Sorry again for the technical difficulties.
Yeah.